Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. In this video, I want to highlight some of the new games that are dropping on Steam this week. Well, I would say that Steam isn't getting some major releases this week. I mean, there is like Call of Duty Vanguard on Battle.net. On Steam, on the other hand, there are some notable titles that I think you should just be aware of. Notable in the sense that I think they look pretty good on the surface, so let's talk about it. And let's start off with The Legend of Tianding. Now, The Legend of Tianding is a side-scrolling action game about Tianding, the legendary Taiwanese folk hero, explore the dazzling streets of colonial Japanese Taiwan in the early 20th century. I probably butchered his name, my apology on that. This game has a fantastic presentation style, really liking the look of it, and it is a 2D platforming beat-em-up. A game that definitely isn't going to be, you know, the top tier day one buy for a lot of people, but the game itself seems to be fast-paced and have a lot of influence from, like, actual martial arts and whatnot. Obviously a little bit over the top as well when you're doing, you know, high kicks into the air. But hey, that looks pretty cool. It notes battle the colonial authorities in style with a Tanta waist stash and fast-paced kung fu and tightly tuned technical combat. Execute advanced aerial combos, steal weapons from your enemies, use your waist stash and grappling hook to fly around the battlefield and strike fear into the hearts of your oppressors. Take on incredible bosses like deadly courtesans, greedy businessmen, and even military leaders, each one guaranteed to challenge you with their dynamic abilities and brutal attacks. So this is a game that I hadn't even known about until I looked at the upcoming section on Steam to do this video, and then I was like, holy hell, this game actually looks pretty good. It's gonna be out. It notes November 1st, 2021 is the planned release date. Let's hope it still drops this week, but yeah, it's not out as of the recording of this video, but hopefully is out here soon. Alright, next up we have Conway Disappearance at Dahlia View. This is a detective adventure game, more so definitely focused on creating a compelling atmosphere and getting you invested into the story. It's going to be a little bit lighter on the gameplay in terms of it's not an action-oriented game or anything like that. Definitely a far cry from the last game I mentioned. It notes, when 8-year-old Charlotte May is reported missing from Dahlia View, retired detective Robert Conway launches his own investigation into her disappearance, lead the investigation, and uncover dark secrets in a story-driven observational thriller from the creators of The Occupation and Ether 1. There is a demo available right now that is free to download. Game isn't too difficult to run at all, and the visuals, well, I wouldn't say they're blow away. They're definitely not anything that are bad. And there are some puzzles in it, so that's going to be the extent of the gameplay, and it's going to be a game where you're going to have to study a lot of the environments and what's going on in the world to get clues and whatnot. The game is scheduled for a release tomorrow, November the 2nd. Next up, here's something I'm excited for. Project Mikhail is going into early access again. My apologies if I butchered the pronunciation. Mecha games. You guys know me. I love me some mechs, and I want to see more high-quality mecha titles. Happy to see Gundam Battle Operation coming out later this week as well. Hopefully that does well on PlayStation, but this is one that I think looks quite good. It's scheduled for release on PC and Nintendo Switch. It's hitting early access on PC tomorrow. Gameplay itself, based on the trailer, does look pretty stylish, does look pretty slick in that sense. It looks like a fast-paced game, which that's what I want out of a mecha game. Obviously, you can do the mecha-style gameplay in a variety of different ways. Looks like you're fighting a lot of wild creatures. It notes, set on Earth where mankind is being steadily annihilated by the alien invaders known as the Beta. Project Mikhail lets you pilot a tactical surface fighter in the war to save humanity. We'll see how this game turns out, given that it's going into early access right now. Hopefully, it releases at a decent state, and then it just continues to make improvements en route to its ultimate full release. The game also notes the beta's overwhelming numbers make them an unstoppable threat to humanity. Each mission will put you in the thick of combat in arenas swarming with beta. Some will take place at night or in foul weather, forcing you to fight when conditions are tough. But no matter how bad things get, the only thing standing between humanity and annihilation is you and your trusty tactical surface fighter. So that's the name of the mech that they're going with. Game does require relatively high-end requirements. I mean, high-end, like, for a game like this, I guess you could say it's high-end. Minimum i7 4-core 2.5 GHz, 4 GB of RAM, which that's nothing. GTX 970, RX 570 minimum, that's a little bit higher end. And then recommended i7 4-core 3.6 GHz, 6 gigs of RAM, so again, very tame on the RAM requirement. GTX 1660, 6 GB, RX 5600 XT, 6 GB, so that's, I guess, a little bit higher end. I mean, a 1660 is something that came out, you know, it's not an elite GPU by any stretch of the imagination, but if you try to buy a 6060 now, based on the GPU market, it is pretty expensive. The game will also be pretty easy on the install size. 10 gigabytes is noted, so that's pretty nice. Again, this is hitting early access tomorrow. Next up, we have Tunche. This is a game that also has a very, very colorful art style, a different kind of art style, and it's also another beat-em-up type game. Tunche is a charming hand-drawn action game with roguelike elements. Team up with friends or play solo. Choose from 5 unique characters and restore peace in the Amazon rainforest. Again, more of an action-oriented game here, and it does have a co-op focus. If you wanted to, you can join up to 3 friends in a local co-op session to uncover the mystery of the forest and the secrets of Tunche. Choose one of the 5 unique characters, and again, looks like it is going to be a fun action-oriented game. This one is due out tomorrow. Next up, another early access title, we have Usurper Soulbound. Usurper Soulbound, again, early access, is a tough roguelike action RPG. Players are trapped without a physical body in a horrifying dimension and must possess the bodies of their enemies and other heroes alike as they fight their way back. This is a game coming from Caspian Interactive. They did Wizard Bros as well, which released in January of this year. Hopefully, this has a smooth early access release, and we can go from there again, continue to make improvements into its ultimate full release. Action RPG experience with tough but fair Souls-like combat. Enjoy the game in great company with local co-op or online with Steam Remote Play. Unique usurping ability to possess enemies and gain new abilities. Mix of handcrafted and randomly generated environments. Online play is noted to be with Steam Remote Play, but we'll see how this turns out. Another roguelite. I mean, we've got a lot of roguelites on the market these days, so we'll see how this one turns out, again, out tomorrow in early access. And lastly, a game that I definitely want to mention is Where Cards Fall. This is coming to Nintendo Switch and PC November the 4th, and it's a pretty interesting game. Looks like a more chill type of game with puzzles. Spread decks of cards to solve challenging spatial puzzles and progress through dreamlike landscapes in an award-winning title. Traverse beautifully crafted isometric puzzles that give way to a wordless coming-of-age story that invites you to reflect on the formative moments of your own life. So pretty interesting in that sense. Looks like it is going to have a story focus as well. Explore the nature of memory and pause to reflect your own past. Unique art style inspired by contemporary artistic movements, enchanting visuals complemented by immersive audios, and an original soundtrack as well. And I have to say, listening to the trailer, soundtrack sounds pretty good from that end as well. So this is out November 4th, but another title to keep your eyes on, maybe add to the wish list. So that's gonna do it for me. Again, with games like this, these are the types of titles that I recommend adding to your wishlist. I know a lot of you guys are not going to be the type to buy an early access game on day one, but keep it on your wishlist, follow it along, and see how it turns out. And for a lot of these games down the line, maybe even during the winter sale, they can go on sale and you can get them at a pretty decent discount. A game like The Legend of Tianding, while I didn't have any idea it was coming out, it's a game that honestly is right up my alley. Beat 'em ups are something that I can easily get into, so we'll see how that turns out. Obviously, Project Mikhail, that's a mech title, and I've been dying for good or high-quality mech games for a while, so hopefully that delivers as well. But that's going to do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.